Hey, it's Michael Saul, also known as Tiny, with the market video for the week of December 9th, 2013. So, let's take a look at what happened last week. Well, we traded lower for the first 80% of the week, I guess. And then, yeah, that makes sense. And then on Friday, we got the nice pop up off of the job numbers. And we didn't really do much on Friday except chop around. We did close above the open. So the S&P 500 back above the moving averages here. Now the question becomes: is this the end of year rally? Is this going to be the Santa Claus rally? Okay, is this the start? And I would love to have a firmer opinion here, but I don't. Part of me says this can be the end of maybe a little corrective push up after this little mini, it's obviously not an impulse, but a little mini push down, then a corrective move against that up, and then maybe it trades lower, bottoms out, and then tries to get another push into the middle, starting at the middle towards a later part of the month. Now, if not, and we rally up from here, then the high may actually be put in early. We saw it last year, which is, of course, all a memory at this point since we just ripped it up from there. But you could see here, we really didn't have a strong December per se. We had a good first half, and then we kind of sold off. So you could see here, this is where we ended. I mean, we had a really nice last day of the year, and that put us right. Let's see where we are. Yeah, that put us basically a little green for the month. But heading into that day, heading into New Year's Eve, we were not having a strong December. As a matter of fact, we were going to close down for the month. So could that be the case this year as well? Now remember, 2012 doesn't really look like 2013 because we basically hit our highs here back in September and sold off for the third quarter. But it's definitely something to keep in mind that maybe we push up into the middle of the month instead of starting a rally towards the middle of the month, and then we roll over. Now, it's not enough to time the market with, oh, we're going to do the same thing we did last year. It's just not enough to time the market with, but it's definitely something that's getting my attention and something I want to put in the background. There are no sell signals here or anything like that. So it's not just, short the rips. It doesn't really make much sense here. The NASDAQ hitting new highs. Russell lagging a little bit here, and it closed below the open. Not that that's a big deal since it's still closed up 0.75% here. But a little bit of a lag there. And the Russell, it's that time where the Russell usually outperforms the large caps. The small caps usually outperform. The Dow had a nice day, but again, I mean, the S&P had basically the same day if you look at the net percentage change, although you do have a little trade higher after hours, which probably doesn't look like a legitimate print there, but I guess it was there, so they're using it as the last. But you can see, I guess the settlement was 180.94. Whatever it was still a pretty good session on Friday. So what am I looking at for this coming week? Well, for this coming week, I'm going to continue to respect weakness for buying opportunities, especially since we shot out of this pullback here. But I really want to pay close attention if we do rally up to new highs, if that's going to stick. I mean, to just get a complete melt up from here into end of year, it doesn't seem like it's high odds for that to happen. But it has to be viewed now as a possibility since we really didn't get much of a pullback before rallying up. But, keep that in mind that perhaps we could see either a pullback from here, or if it does rally early on in the month like now, it continues, that maybe we wind up topping out towards the middle of the month, maybe after the last triple which is the week after this coming week, and then we either float down or move sideways. I've said it before, I don't think we're going to see a lot of selling pressure here into the year end. I think that the institutions and funds are going to try to lock their performance, but that doesn't mean we can't get a pullback here. So I don't know if this has been the clearest video out there, but that's because I'm not going to fake it. I'm not going to sit here and make bold claims, and then when it goes wrong, go, oh, well, I knew that was going to happen. I get enough of that. So I get enough of that when I read or I watch some of these pathetic gurus out there that are trying to, make up excuses. So, I'm bullish. I think we're going higher, but I just want to, I don't want to get caught sleeping or, complacent where, oh, no, we'll just rip up into the end of the year. Yeah, it's not really the high probability of what's going to happen. So I'm going to watch for the different scenarios that I've talked about. Okay, have a great week. You can still get your hands on the newsletter for free just by going to stockmarkettrendx.com/newsletter. And don't forget to sign up to the mailing list to get updates every day. All right, have a great trading week, and I will talk to you in next week's video or through the daily email and newsletter.